There we go. Living a lot. And then living a lot. Change us. Stuck. Let's go. Any proof of a globe? Safety meeting, listen to music. Y'all jam the box. We're live on the YouTube, folks. Here we go, YouTube. Oh, hold on. We gotta do it like this. Where ain't gonna work. There we go. Put it under the boom. I can't but nothing. I had to go get it. I had up and that's out the gangway. I'm a winner. Say I'm feeling like money. Down in the trenches. It don't matter because I'm here with money. I done fall up on me just for attention. My feeling. Feeling. I'm gonna get banned on YouTube for the copyright, but here we go. My mama was struggling and I had to help. Did it. Feminine. Only the fat minutes southern them. Come prove y'all's religion. We're live on YouTube. Come prove the globe. Let's get it. Plane speed 500 miles an hour. Ooh. Planes at 500. No dip, no curve, no pitch, no data. all assumed, because the sky curves, planetarium-style stars, that the Earth's got to be doing the same thing the stars are doing because of our optics. Not true. Planetariums have depicted the model. One star rotation, we're on that flat beneath. We think like an ant doesn't have the dome of its vision and linear perspective in a terrarium? I mean, a planetarium? You think? We'll start it over there. Hit the downbeat. Come on now, you think? Planetariums, folks. Come up in the box. Let's see. Like the well and be, she'll never ever get a. Yeah. This song goes ham. Stadium's about to play this dude. I don't know who. Yeah. I don't think that shit want me from me. Oh my lord. I ain't lying to y'all. When private is love, it's private and bold. When life is running, quiet at all. Come on. Oh, dude. That's not so phone. No quote. This shit goes ham. This beat is hard. It's Wonder Girl. She came back with a banger. Yeah. Come on, folks. She want me from me. Not much, brother. I'm looking for curve. Trying to get into wholesaling. Because who I use is screwing up. The chosen people, right? They run this company that we use for the streaming. And we got to figure something out here. Right? Because I can't switch to the unlimited thing and it wouldn't, if they like lock me out or something. So today we're going to have to get that fixed. I don't know. It's always the same people. They run the two major companies that people use for radio station digital streaming for the website widget to listen to the player online. So we're offline today. People are asking me, where's this, what? I want to hear they're screwing me up again. But yeah, we're trying to do this shit. We're trying to get into the wholesaling so we can get transmitters put up and get an FM license. Oh yeah, you know what it is. I'm chronically medicated. Yeah. It's a chronic breathing treatment to get the mucus out of my lungs. That's what I tell my grandma. Or you talking about the album, The Chronic is Back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be crazy? Like, an old album like that, just like, oh, it's popping again for no reason. Like, that happens. Sometimes it's old shit. We'll get a trend 40 years later. Yeah, I got a radio station, but it's offline today because I'm been trying all night long to switch to the unlimited listener slot, because that's the reason. We're capped at 400 with the free deal, and last time I upgraded and tried to switch it over, their encoder stuff wouldn't work. It would say incorrect, not connected, or it would just give me all the error codes. So I don't know. I'm still learning here, but I've checked through everything and I'm doing everything right. It's on their end, so it's not me. But they did message me the first time I tried to hit them up about this issue a few months back. We checked your website, and you know we're based out of Telecom Palestine, right? We'll just call it that for TikTok purposes. And, you know, we question some of their things that they do and the influence they have on or the people do. I don't want to say we. I mean, it doesn't. Every view doesn't reflect everybody that comes on. We gotta make that disclaimer. But it is probably one of the most uh, uh, open-minded discussion type channels, free speech, whatever, just where people can come give their opinion no matter where it goes. And so, yeah, of course, we got APAC, the APAC counter GIF of all the major players that took the money. And it repeats and a few other things questioning them on the website. So this guy said, I'm just telling you. I was like, we just do the news, man. I said something like it's facts. We don't do any misinformation, just what's been verified. As long as you keep it factual, the truth is golden. Back to business and try to be like, oh yeah, and then like, no, they're watching me. Cause so anyway, yeah, we got normally a 24-hour stream. If YouTube won't banana me, that's probably my only thing is to do an unlisted stream, HTML it to the website. For the meantime, just so y'all get unlimited listener audio till we get this stupid thing to work. I wanted to save the internet here so we can run a bunch of other streams and get a continuous. I don't know, I've had problems with Caster. It disconnecting, they shut the server off, and I have to go reboot it. It's like they know when I leave. But anyway, yeah, if you want to help, that's great. If you want to start your own radio station for truth, you can start online and we can work together and get everything. I wanted to have affiliates, have this people with the local branding and their own website stream and all the bare minimum equipment, and then we could just apply for a low power license during the next window, and that would be great. But I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'll build a radio station. I hope y'all guys tune in. I appreciate y'all. I've had the website and the stream going off and on for the past 2 years, but it's starting to pick up. But with that cap, we haven't moved past that cap, and we should have a year and a half ago. Well, you know what I'm saying? Because people all over trying to listen. But I got 50,000 in my county, and it's capped at 400. And they're all junior. This seems to be the best deal because the rest of them start charging time and start taking money out of your bank automatically when you go over a certain listener amount. And I don't know, things pop more than other things. People aren't going to always tune in all at the same time. You're going to have times where more people tune in than others. Certain events that make people really, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is the biggest view we've ever had because we're covering this, no one else is type shit. So I get that, but I don't understand why we can't just get a continuous online stream with unlimited without all these issues. So Caster, I don't have any beef. If you want to act like a fair company and do that shit, that would be great, folks. But, the other brand that they use, Live 365, is owned by the same group of people, right? The same type of people that like to screw people over, I'll just put it that way. Basically the same telecom country. The place that has the capital of called telecom. That's not what it's called, but you know what I'm saying. Television. Maybe no, that's not it either. But I can't say what it is. But that pretty much is who runs these two major companies. The one, they give you a deal, a set price for unlimited listeners. They still want to do the sound exchange and everything for the rights. Why am I restricted? I'm at Flat Earth, Oklahoma. Is that Oklahoma? Big salute. I'm from Oklahoma. I just thought I would put that out there. Yeah, I'm from the east side, near Poto, but not Poto. And yeah, I go to UCO games. I still got football attachment, but yeah, Oklahoma. Big salute. A lot of flat earthers out here. I got family now that's convinced that I didn't think would even budge on this or other topics. But yeah, I might have to restart the live. I got 3 restrictions that fast. I'm gonna have to switch accounts. Yeah, skin or something. It's my legs, bro. Look, I'll do it again. It's my knee. I'm allowed to. I'm not even doing it on purpose, but yeah. Body exposure. And you can't appeal it. You can't appeal it. What the? And now I can't tap the part of the could look it up real fast. I have it on here, 200 and something miles. Straight line. So again, if the boats, you guys ignore how boats work. These boats, these ships, what's the water line? Not the water line of the ocean. There's another word for it. It's called the water line, or all boats, kayaks, and everything have a little point that goes under the water. And a little more of it will go underwater when you add weight to it, right? That's a physical obstruction by the water. So you got to take that into account, that it disappeared bottom up just by the water line alone. My T-glass does it. A kayak does it. Hell, I make a paper boat. It does it. An RC boat does it. Oh, but you guys just don't want to look at reality and what's replicated in the backyard. We don't need to do it. We just need to believe in Narnia. Right, good sir? Oh, yeah. I haven't been on a ship. See, look. He starts making wild claims that nobody in real science agrees with to that semantic, and then they deflect that I've never been on a ship because I don't agree with him blindly, right? Actually, you probably never went on a ship. I did go on a cruise ship. No land on either side, away from land. You're not seeing that shit. It looks flat on all sides. If it's not curving left to right, it's not curving front to back. Can I finish? I don't even know what the hell I was saying now. So likewise, see, you got me confused. Hang on, I've been at sea. Ships are over 100 feet tall. Good. Cool story, bro. Go up to the top and go to the bottom. The horizon's going to rise with you. Good, sir. This will prove whether he's been on a ship or not and actually went up and down and observed the horizon, or if he was working or doing or not even there. But yeah, if he paid attention, even I recognized that, and I wasn't a flat earther. A truther, I knew a lot of stuff. I guess you could say it, but social media was there, but a flat earther, no. At that time, I was like halfway in between. I was getting music placements, but I was speaking out about. And then when the managers was like, get us booked, and like, oh, we got to make some promo. What do you want? We need some catchy stuff. Oh, crazy rapper thinks vaccines turn you gay. And then the gay gene clip from Family Guy. No, they weren't running with that because they're industry motherfuckers. So I don't want to hear this. All right. Well, that's because everyone knows we have atmospheric obstruction and opacity, and you have the linear perspective where the sky ramps up. I thought it was curving, where the ground ramps up. I thought it was curving down, but it appears to be ramping up. But you can see the curve, right? They're disappearing over the curve that's ramping upwards. It's supposed to be dropping. Anyway, so you're not making any sense. But yeah, you can see that the sky is merging down with it. The moon and the sun both appear to do the same thing when it gets to the horizon. What are you talking about? It's because of linear perspective, the same thing that your street lamps do at a smaller scale and distance. They're not shrinking. They're not, in physical size, they're not shrinking. But they appear to shrink. The height is not different. They literally are on a flat road. I mean, go look at power lines and street lamps all over Kansas and western Oklahoma and tell me that shit's curving, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Because you're delusional is why you can't see Mount Everest. You're strawmanning flat Earth. You can't see anything with a telescope. Because of the atmospheric conditions, the limits of your vision. Now the vertical's not going as far, 74 plus miles. You're not going hundreds of miles vertically. And plus you got a whole dome in the sky. Nothing obstructing it. All the gases and all the smog and everything else is down here. Good sir. Look it up. Some days you see 50 miles. Other days you see 3 miles. What are you talking about? And then your buildings like Chicago, like all these buildings on the other side of water, right? Don't they move throughout the day? Doesn't that line slightly move throughout the day? You're not making any sense. Rivers wouldn't flow on a flat surface. What are you talking about? You're not understanding. Rivers don't flow on a flat surface. They flow downhill to the flat surface, to the lake, to the ocean. That doesn't flow, right? Right? Because they got it flat. Now, if it was down, that's why it barely moves or doesn't move at all. Yes, water is being dumped out of it, 10 Killer Lake down to the river beneath from a spillway zone, but there's no dams or nothing. They've raised the lake way up, and it's flat and level, at rest. Stop playing with me. Maybe a slight movement. Yeah, see, sounds methy. They assume because of my Alex Jones, Oscar the Grouch voice that I'm on drugs, because they got nothing against me. Try again. You got evidence of that? Any drug charges? Any meth charges? Any drug tests? Any family member testimonies? Anything outside the sound of my voice? Right? That's a straw man. I'll take Thanos, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. They're turning the frogs gay. Like I don't know. If I do it, I have to yell it, and it sounds just like him. I don't care. Still waiting for the dip. Still waiting for the dip. Any seaman knows. Any seaman knows it looks flat in all directions. The eye level horizon stays at eye level. You sit down and stand up from this one spot on the boat, and you go from the lowest point that you can see outside. So a lot of ships have, like cruise ships have windows down on the actual ship. Like, you go way down and you can still see outside a window. And then you can go up. But yeah, you still haven't answered my question. Why they wouldn't disappear bottom up on a flat earth? Regardless, it's not conclusive to any model, because you agree it's flat in small distances. Yeah, like your flat pond, which your boat is automatically, without even being at the limits of your vision for linear perspective, has already disappeared bottom up due to the water line. So right there, you're wrong. It's not conclusive to any model. It's not a magic word to say that, or deflection. That's what's happening. You're not. It's already physically obstructed. And then my feet disappear bottom up. The sun and everything else gets ate up bottom up by the horizon. So the rest of the boat, the rest of that bottom half gets ate up by linear perspective. You can zoom in, and then all you guys can say, well, the whole bottom doesn't come in. Well, no shit, Sherlock, because of the weight of the craft and the stuff on top of it, a piece of that bottom is always under it. Anyone that's ever been on any kind of boat or kayak or ever seen one in their life on TV or something, they automatically know this, right? So why are you denying there's a physical bottom-up obstruction and then an optical one that takes it further? Just because you don't want to believe. Earth's shadow's curved. What are you talking about? Earth's shadow on what? Can you prove Earth's shadow on something else? Since they say the atmosphere extends beyond the moon, and Globy McGlobeface and a bunch of others 3 years ago said that we're not in between causing phases, there's no shadow, there's no sun reflecting off of the Earth onto the moon, none of that stuff. They had another explanation on the globe of how that works instead of conceding, and then most of them left. So yeah, they're probably flat earthers now. I doubt it, but they know that there is no, we can see the sun and the moon above us, and it should be fully illuminated, a full moon, right? Because we all know that a new moon is closest to the sun, and a full moon is furthest from the sun, which makes no sense. There is a Selenian eclipse. There is no Earth shadow, bro. So during the eclipse we had April 8th, the moon. The moon. Fuck it. Hang on, I got a buzz over here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Got a wasp trying to get me. The April 8th eclipse. Ooh, yep. I'm gonna get stung. Hang on. I'm not trying to get stung by this thing. The April 8th eclipse, the sun and the moon were next to each other. On all the sky maps and everything, the sun or the moon is depicted behind the sun. And during new moon, they're like right on top of each other. If you take a little Google sky map and aim it up in the sky, then there's this black object, right? Like a shadow just exists by itself and moves. Again, sun and moon's local. The sky's bigger than it. It should be bigger than the sky. Because we're smaller. The sky is smaller than it. You can't prove otherwise. You can't measure it 93 million miles away if it's in the clouds. But no, these people showed on every major network some black thing coming from Baja, Mexico, going to New York when that wasn't the path of the moon. The moon and the sun were next to each other in a new moon state, which could only mean. So you would think that you would still see the moon, and the new moon would be further away, but no, you can't. That's not how it works. How do we prove it's local? Well, planes flying level with it or above it. It doesn't set. You can zoom back in on it. See if I can come back out here. Be happy to pull it up here in a minute and show you the video that you guys ignore. We showed it for 3 years. And you can optically with a Nikon 900 or 1000 or similar, and you can show zoomed out half obstructed sun cut off by the curve. But for some reason, line of sight photography and anything else of the sorts, lasers don't go over the curve of hills and show objects on the other side. But you zoom in on the sun, and all of a sudden you see the bottom reveal itself. You see the space between the sun and the water where the sky is in between. Yeah, that alone right there. But debunks it being curvature and proves linear perspective. But how we prove it's local is it goes up and down in the Amelina Christmas tree style. It only works in a dome, and planes are flying level with it and above it. So yeah, it's really what we observe. Yeah, Bill Nye said it best. We're in a closed system. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to put our trash. So keep destroying the earth. Everything's on the endangered list right now. Dang near. What happened to that line of birds every winter? Gone. Line of monarchs. Where's the monarch line? They used to televise. It used to be this big grand parade of monarchs. You mean to tell me we're that far? That doesn't exist anymore? No. Why would they lie? Because they're doing stuff like that. All that stuff's gone. All the bugs are gone. Somehow the fireflies reappeared. I don't know what they did. And then 70 million a day to lie, and you guys lie for free? You guys lie for free? I lie for free? Our parents lied to us for free? And you're 70 million a day, you're not going to continue just to promote the lie with the understanding that most people just genuinely believe what they're taught and never questioned it? They're not all in on it? And you don't want to disturb the dream in your 70 million a day? Right? Right. Anyway, the NASA set documents treat the Earth as flat, stationary, non-rotating, stationary atmosphere. They still have to treat it as such because it is such. Who cares what they say on TV? Right? I mean, PBS said globe was a lie and that it's flat. And they known it was flat. They had a big documentary on it, the public broadcasting station. So anyway, it's whatever. It was mainstream at one time. And mainstream platforms still come and talk about it because it's undefeated. It has to be talked about. It has to be assumed. It's measured, so it has to be the default use for navigation, planes, boats. That's why they all mention a flat earth in all their manuals and documents. So you can deny it. See, now they're going, you're going to get muted, old Greg. Yes, I am. Because you guys believe in intelligence. You're not understanding. If you guys were the ones smoking in school to not understand that clearly it was the memory test. They gave you the answers throughout the week, good sir, and told you to memorize this for the test on Friday. Like a good little boy, you took all that information in and kept it. Even the stuff, which is not all bad, but the stuff that you know now clearly doesn't have any evidence, you're taking it as fact. And still going, oh, he has to be on drugs because he's denying all these astrophysicists that can't answer my question. They can't be honest and tell you that their documents say it's assumed, not measured, and it's neglected in real-world application because it doesn't exist. If I incorporate the curvature thing in real-world application, I'm going into the ground, good sir. Testimony after testimony from real-day surveyors and engineers for thousands of years, laughing at comments like these from uneducated swine like this that don't know what's going on, that don't want to look out what they taught, they don't want to believe that they lied, and the cold wind's blowing. 90% knows they fucking lied. The cold winds are blowing, good sir. Yeah, I can hear myself speak. You're accusing me of being on drugs. I'm telling you they lie, and you're just not having a you problem of not digesting the fact that they lie. Y'all guys can't handle that. And you're attacking me and accusing me of being on substances without evidence. Oh my God. I don't have to answer that question because it's a stupid question and you know it is, to waste time. All the Plato, Pythagoras, the list goes on. Google it. Intelligent people that, or philosophers and scientists that believed in the celestial sphere. You don't have a celestial sphere on the globe, planetarium style. You don't. You just don't. Sorry, guys, but they believed in that. So when you say, oh, but the stars are spherical, right? Every other celestial object. No, you know that's not true because we look 5 seconds on anything from the Discover to all your satellites. You're sending radio signals. You're getting a 0 and 1 back. And most of the time, if it's not most of the time going into the black deep void, right, as they called it, and in that one NASA clip, you ever look at the black deepness, the deep void of space? There shouldn't be. Always paradox, all that stuff should illuminate, especially when you zoom in, more stuff should illuminate, just like it does on Sky Map. But it doesn't. You see black spots in between in real life. Literally, the Big Bang Theory clip cooked you guys, where he's like, oh, see that 0? When that turns to a 1, that means we discovered a star, and you get to name it. If that one turns to a 1, that means it's twinkling. Bullshit. No, we zoom in optically and see the luminaries on the firmament. You can see it by 2 different types of streamers online here on TikTok. The ones with the sky map animated overlays, you zoom into space farts and they block you. The other ones that go, that's just how my camera picks it up. That's what stars really look like. And all the globers in the comments that are ignorant don't even know really what's going on. Regular people are like, whoa, that's what stars really look like? Unfiltered? Yeah, and I try to spam, hey, look, bro, yeah, because they're animating and compositing stuff from 0s and 1s straight to digitization. You can Google it. They go straight from 0 and 0, blank, black. It's either blank or black in parentheses, just like we show with our cameras, even on their high-powered telescopes or whatever. And then they start digitizing colors when they didn't get no color reading from the 0s and 1s. They got black. So if you're not seeing a live or a picture of anything besides black, and you're only getting 0 for black, it's not picking up color on the radio either, or whatever they're sending up there. The original telescopes, most of them are radio. The ones out in the middle of nowhere, they don't have cameras on them, or lenses. They're not pulling a live image. So it's because we're not seeing past a certain point. It's all black on all optical experiments. So yeah, that's why they have to digitize and say, oh, we have to look at these 0s and 1s with a white background. And when they change, even though they make them change their own input, that's completely bollocks. I can't prove my claim. You can Google that shit. That's what it's. Oh my God. That's all they can do is say, you can't prove your claim. I've proved it for 3 years, good sir. If you're going to say that, you're the one that... Every time, this is what they do. But literally, you can do this yourself at home. Y'all have fingers, but you guys don't want to use them. And Google this crap. So let's go right here. Let's switch the YouTube over so they can see. You can Google this crap and Google will tell you. Right there for the YouTubers. Oh my God. So, astrophotography is 0s and 1s digitized into space objects, not raw image, right? Like Big Bang, Raj scene. That's all you gotta put in. AI mode, you stupid. There we go. Since it won't. But the data is black, blank, or 0. While the data turns 0s and 1s inside a computer. That's it. It originates light particles hitting a sensor, not a lens. So what they do, it says right here, requires heavy digital processing to make these faint objects blank or zero. What objects? When you look at unprocessed raw astrophoto, it's not a photo, it's a 0 and 1 on the screen, completely black, but the data, no, it is. You said 0 is reading, or black blank in parentheses. Raw data, please. LOL, discover, same. Zero is absolute darkness. The screen shows that it's pitch black. So we're getting true black or zero, folks. You told me raw data for like Discover and others are zero. No color, but straight into digitization and processing anyways. Straight to digits and has absolutely no concept of color on its own. Every single digital camera sensor, whether it's the James Webb telescope or your smartphone, is completely colorblind. It's good a million tiny buckets to count light. Oh my God, that's not what I'm looking for. I know this. This is bullshit. Yeah, there we go. The raw file is just a giant spreadsheet of numbers. Now let's play the clip. That's what I was looking for. I'm not even reading the comments, so you're denying it. You're going to get muted for talking like that. Let's see. Big Bang Theory, right? Big program. Can I get the Raj scene with this layout? 0 turns to a 1. It's twinkling. LOL. Let's get that link. I need that link. Clip from the CBS TV show. Link, please. Oh, the caps lock is on. Sorry. Date scene with cleaning lady. Shit, bro. There we go. Fuck.
You know that you can build an app in minutes with Base 44.
I just proved my
now,
claim. There's the raw data. That's not a picture.
1. Design
So
matters.
bullshit.
Base 44's new engine generates apps and sites with real design language. Layout,
And then
typography,
the
the whole
telescope,
thing.
all that, the Hubble, all that shit, fake. I just proved it. Let's go back up. The raw data. Oh, now my computer wants to do this. Freeze. Wants to freeze on me.
Welcome.
What is this?
Oh, well, you said you didn't have time to go out for dinner, so I thought we could have one right here.
Oh, Rajesh.
Oh, come on. We're in the telescope room. It'll be like dining under the stars. You see this 00? When it says 01, that means it's twinkling.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah, where's the raw
This is
footage
so
here?
sweet, but
We can
you
zoom
know
in and
I'm
see the
working.
stars.
That's why I
around.
already cleaned up in here and...
Rajesh,
But this is
so
exactly what they
Sometimes
have
it
in the
takes a
lab,
while.
and I just showed you that that's what it says. Right here, folks. The raw truth. The resulting raw file is just a giant spreadsheet of numbers. A pixel might read no light, dim nebula. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I want to see this shit. They're compositing it after from this. That's why there's no opposition, because you're denying how they do it. And anybody in this career that would, if they're honest enough, will tell you, because it's like public and it's on CBS, so it's not like classified information. That's how they're doing it. Right? Do you get my point, or are you just going to crash out? Goodbye. 5 minutes. I don't do the spammy shit. The 10 crack commandments. I make money. I sell houses. What you talking about, Willis? They have to assume that I'm on drugs and I don't have no money. I beat no driver license cases. What we talking about, Willis? The 10 crack commandments. I thought I muted you. How'd you come back? If every other celestial object is round, why would Earth be different? It's not. See, you're pre-assuming that. What are you talking about? Again, I just explained it. I rambled it, and it went in one ear and out the other. We're seeing black. We're not seeing other objects. You understand that, right? Now they got to go in the chat because they got muted. Quit crying. Damn, bro, they are triggered. I can't even look it up. Flat. Look, it's that easy, bro. See?
What are the stars? Stars are not distant fusion balls. They are local, self-luminous plasma nodes, electrical discharge points embedded in the firmament's plasma shell at approximately 100 to 150 kilometers altitude. Deep space images from amateur telescopes, 100% optical artifacts plus CGI. Below is the
will fill up almost the screen on some of these things. Look at all that blackness.
The film we were about to see
the other objects
has no
come into view as we
characters.
zoom closer towards them. Right? Oh no, you're going to deny how that works. All right. Here's Venus.
If you spare a little of
Purely
your
optical,
imagination,
folks. Purely optical.
it is a film for...
You see the geometry that we recreate ourselves? Visual representation of 432 and 528 or whatever. Cymatics. Bye-bye. I just proved my claim. You get blocked. You got nothing against it, so you're going to say I can't prove it. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm on drugs.
Earth was flat.
Unfortunately, yes, I did.
Do you still believe this?
Saying it
No.
with the
Telling the truth.
duality.
Although I've never seen
She just lied.
like the you know when you're on a plane, sometimes you can see it, the curve. I've not seen that yet.
You've seen satellite pictures, right?
I have, yeah.
She still said she couldn't
Thanks,
see
Chad.
it. What the fuck? That ass is. Oh, bubble, 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 bubble. Y'all got nothing. The raw data shows black spots in between. You got nothing. Well, what's the opposition? You want to get muted too? What's your opposition other than I'm on drugs or something? An ad hominem, right? Screw that. Oh, so you're going to flag me? I got 10 accounts. I'll win the appeal. I did nothing wrong. Oh my God, the screen needs to quit. Come on. Come on. Don't care. Keep trying. It's not doing anything. It doesn't work. Nobody believes you. Stop attacking ad homs. Prove it. Oh, so you reported me, right? So you reported me, right? Who's reporting me? So was it you? It's not misinformation if they use it in everyday application. 20,000 flat earth documents.
If you can look through a telescope and see that every other thing is spherical in nature,
You
why
can't.
on earth-
What the fuck is that?
You can.
Nope.
I have only-
I just told you, dude. You cry about it, bro. It's a sin. Okay,
But you're
what?
a faggot who doesn't want to acknowledge
See?
actual information.
Yeah, keep choking on a dick, good sir. Listen, sir. What program do you use with that telescope to animate your solid objects? What program?
You're stupid.
Oh yeah, of course you're gonna say that. What program do you fucking use on your gay ass telescope?
You ignorant faggot. You
Look,
should kill yourself.
where's the fucking, you would. So it was you that fucking flagging me, you fucking kike. Look, look. This is not fucking AI. It's a raw image from a fucking camera, bro, with black spots. And you're using an animation and saying it's a raw telescope. An animation. What program do you animate with, sir? That you plug into the telescope for the sensor to animate and composite your solid objects. You can't answer the question, right? But I couldn't answer the question. You're calling me names and you're not answering the question. Last chance before you get blocked and everybody kicks you from this app. I'll get your account removed in 24 hours if you don't answer the question. Answer the question, child. Answer the question, child. Answer the question, child. Is that a solid object? Answer the question. Yo, answer the question. Bro, you little do. Answer the question. Answer the question. Okay, the whole world on YouTube is watching you threaten my life right now. So answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the goddamn question.
Because you won't answer
Question.
mine.
I did. Answer the goddamn question. Answer the goddamn question.
Because you won't answer mine.
Telescope.
I did. Answer the goddamn question. Answer the goddamn question. Fuck your telescope. It's composite astrophotography and I proved it. And you're not showing it that it's not. So stop playing with me. You told me to kill myself, so I don't get to answer your question. You gotta answer mine or we're getting you off this fucking app. You don't say shit like that and expect me to answer your fucking question. The whole world heard you say it. On YouTube and everything. There's like 1,000 people on my fucking YouTube watching too. So fuck you. Fuck your question. Fuck you, your mom, and everyone else. If they think it's cool for you to talk like that, bro, that's fucking disgusting that you're talking like that, bro. And you can't apologize or nothing. That was extreme. You've called me a druggie and everything else without evidence. Now answer my question. Composite astrophotography takes zeros and ones and composites them. Your telescope's not doing anything different. Will you admit that your telescope is animation and not a real raw image? Thanks for playing.
Up and show us.
It's not animation. I had an actual.
I just showed you.
Show us. Shut the fuck up and show us.
It's a
No.
sensor, not a
I just
camera.
showed you.
Yeah,
Well,
this
then
is
you're
my
lying
proof.
because I
This
just
is
showed
a
you that
raw
it is.
image. Hey, motherfucker,
It's a
this is
sensor,
raw
not a
image from
camera.
Nikon,
This is my proof.
composite
This is what it is.
astrodigitization.
Hey,
And I just showed
motherfucker,
you.
this is a
Happens.
raw image
We
from a
turned that
Nikon,
zero.
not
It goes into a
composite
one, that means it's
astrodigitization
twinkling.
that I
No
just
shit.
showed you.
That's not what
Happens.
I'm doing
We
with
turned
an
that
Nikon.
zero, it goes
Yeah,
into
get
a
out of here
one,
with
that
that
means it's
fucking bullshit.
twinkling.
Get out of
No
here. I didn't
shit.
drop you.
That's not what I'm
Bullshit.
doing with a
Said to
Nikon,
kill
good
my-
sir. Yeah, get out of
I'm
here
not
with
letting
that fucking
anybody talk.
bullshit. Get out of here. I didn't drop you.
The whole world heard
Bullshit.
that
Said to
shit.
kill my. Yeah, I'm not letting anybody talk. That threatens my life 3 times. The whole world heard that shit. And the Globers
You've threatened my life 3
that
times.
co-sign that shit get blocked
This is
too.
like the
So
third
get
time
fucked,
this week
bro.
Somebody's done it. Screw off.
You've threatened my life 3
I make
times.
so much
And this is like the 3rd time this week
Screw off.
somebody's done
Quit
it.
assuming.
Screw
I'm a
off.
broke crackhead, bro.
I make so
I'm
much
selling out
fucking money,
down
bro.
here,
Like,
bitch.
screw off. Quit assuming that I'm a broke
Like the
crackhead,
third time
bro.
I've
We
blocked
we
her.
wholesaling houses out here, bitch. So y'all heard that, right?
This is like the third time I've blocked your
That's all
ass.
he wanted to do. He didn't want to have a conversation.
So y'all heard that, right? Yourself. That's all he wanted to do. He didn't want to have a conversation. He didn't want to flaunt his telescope as evidence. Show us. No. So you hear the tone? No, because you're a liar. When you said it just like that, that's because you're a liar. And who else is talking like that?
Who else wants to get blocked? I'm so lost.
Who else wants to get blocked?
We're
I'm
not
so
supposed to
lost.
threaten people's lives over their beliefs, right? Like the Jays can threaten us all
We're
day
not
long,
supposed to
but we're
threaten
not
people's
allowed to
lives over their beliefs, right?
I don't know
Like
if that's
the Jays can threaten us all day long, but we're not allowed to do it. But why is he doing it to me? I don't know if that's him, if he's one of those or not, but I'm just saying, why is he threatening me? I did nothing to him. I didn't attack him. I didn't say nothing. I said, stop attacking me. Stop accusing me of being, they have attacked me and called me a crackhead and everything else multiple times in the comments. If they didn't say anything else worse than that. And, yeah, the first thing you can say is off myself. I interrupted him because I've heard that claim a million times. Somebody's going to have a fake telescope, not a real one with a sensor and some stitch pics or stellarium type sky map program where you zoom in on the animated sky map into these things and you try to use that as evidence when the raw data can't show those objects. That's what I'm fucking trying to tell you.
You're getting blocked.
And if you don't want to listen, you want to tell me to off myself, then screw off. You're getting blocked. And make sure that that guy,
Oh, he's back.
we got it on camera.
He's freaking back.
Right, make sure that guy.
You would.
Yo, he's back.
You would, bro. Go
He's
die in a
freaking
hole.
back.
You would. Jesus loves you.
You would. You would, bro. Go die in a hole. You would. Jesus loves you. You're gonna tell, you know, look, this is the fourth time I blocked him for the YouTube.
Gotta be a fan of Squishy or something.
The fourth time, and he still comes back to say it. I
were.
keep blocking him. It's gotta be a fan of Squishy or something.
Talking disgusting. Look, it says blocked.
They were.
Old Greg is still
Yeah, I know, because y'all are talking disgusting.
And they're still
Look,
flagging.
it says blocked, but old Greg is still
got restricted again.
It's still chatting, and they're still flagging me, bro. What is going on?
Old Greg and this
I got restricted again.
Is literally like
So old Greg and this other guy.
So that's 3 times this.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just rambling on now. Free speech is dead. Free up church. I was saying this stupid that they say that for years. They've called me names and I can't call him back. Oh, his face is fat. He looks and sounds kind of like a chomo. You know what I'm saying? His beard's fucked up looking. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he sits around and drinks gallons of pop all day. I could attack that guy, but I tried so hard not to until he kept like, so I blocked him 3 or 4 times. And then he come back in commenting while blocked. So these people, it's multiple people figuring out whatever Squishy was doing and getting through this back end, folks. We need to figure out what it is and report it to TikTok or their agents or something. They have to be. So we're not done. They think they stopped me. We're on the other account, so give me a second. We'll get Lambo up here. Well, my screen won't work. Shit. Quit. 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 Hold on. That's just ridiculous. I don't talk like that. I don't just threaten people's lives for no reason. He's teasing us. Literally, Epstein said me preparing for the documentary about the parties, and then he like eats pizza to prepare. Like basically, he's eating kids to prepare for the documentary about the parties where they eat kids. Like that guy needs to be unalived, or just straight up unalive himself. That's Epstein.
Same kitchen.
It's the exact same kitchen.
The exact same kitchen.
He's back home.
It's not a green screen. Go look. I might have to take his ass out.
Eating the pizza as a joke. Why are we letting this guy slip right in front of our faces? Let's get back here on the TikTok. He tripled down on it. So now that we got this guy, go delete his account. Go flag his account to TikTok and say this guy's threatening us. And get the double standard on evidence. If I threaten to unalive a Jay, that's fine. But if a Jay wants to unalive me, it's protected speech. Or if a guy anybody wants to unalive me for being a truther, a regular everyday person, it's protected speech. Now this is ridiculous, folks. Didn't threaten or harm anybody. Kike essence. Yeah, I just diverted the kike because they're the most you should kill yourself type people ever. Really get them to crack. So I don't know, man. Oh shit. Let's try this again. Fuck. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna make the money though. Yeah, we was trying to find that transgender that spoke out against the Epstein list. There's a lot of transgender people, right, that are detransitioning. Or people that thought they was going to be, and they're like, and they're in the gym. And it's like, oh, the Jews made this up. Not me. You almost got me. Alright, let's try this shit. In the YouTube comments, is it fair to talk like that to people? Is that a fair response to an interruption? I don't think so. I wasn't going to let him ramble the same nonsense. I was going to say, hey, show us your telescope's not hooked up to one of these programs. And no. Clearly he wasn't going to do that. So we're here on the other live. I just got told I need to be done alive myself. Alright, folks. No. Am I floating? What? No, but a dandelion is. Clouds are. It's almost like it's the heaviness and the buoyancy thing. It's like, you know, dandelion, the lighter object would get pulled down easier. Be easier to pull than the heavier object. If it's a pulling, why isn't it just the weight? W equals in the gravimeter equation? Because the original is weight. Anyway, I don't know. Need mods. If that guy comes in, we gotta get rid of him. I have a density buoyancy tower right here. The one that, or thermometer. Literally, adding heat and subtracting heat will make them move and violate gravity. Thanks for playing. Everything proves flat Earth. It's the default position used in all surveying, engineering, flight, mechanics, flight dynamics, boats, trains. I mean, your Department of Transportation manuals, curvature is not a property of the measurement. It's flat. Plane surveying, half the sea floor, all of the ocean, all body of water. From Canada to Mexico, it's flat. Australia's flat. Do I need to continue? All the salt flats? Oh, flats. We need to call them salt curves, right? Right. The fact that we all agree it appears to look flat, but it's actually just refracting up to eye level, but light refracts downward, not upward. Ah! I don't know. I agree. I think we live more in the Stranger Things celestial sphere universe with the upside down. Yeah, so yeah, maybe not like the Asgard depiction from the Marvel series, but maybe the Stranger Things depiction that was available right there in your face at Walmart in the Netflix section for a while. Remember that? The Netflix section? Asgard. Asgard's a real place on the map, though. Come on now. That's what it used to be called. It's not. That's why it's called an impossible eclipse. It's not the Earth and the Sun and the Moon. Impossible eclipse debunks that. Why are y'all diverting back to this thing that y'all haven't had any opposition to in years? The shadow curved on the moon. Come prove your religion. Yo, come prove your globe religion. Let's see. Alright. We're waiting on this land to go through. We're waiting on this stuff in the mail. We'll fix the bike. Maybe we'll be able to stream live in front of the bike on YouTube. They're cool with it. TikTok's not. So we'll just have to do that on YouTube somehow. Stream the phone to the computer somewhere. remote desktop it from the tablet hotspot to control the computer screen. Might be how we have to do it. Not this long trip to Dallas. I want to stream it live. So if I have to like battery box the hotspot. I'm sorry, the Elon thing. Let me know if I can do that with one of them big. It's an impossible clips because it's impossible on the globe. So he made that shadow claim and then he ran, right? Oh, we are muted. I'm gonna mute up for the YouTube. statement.
Just like light refraction, the light bending. It's just the simple geometry of the celestial sphere. The seven hollow points that go into it. There's a lot. I know it's like a big concept to like wrap your mind around, but like I'm still learning. But is there anything like because when I was doing flat Earth, there was things that I had to question, and because I'm a truth seeker, so.
Well, there's things we can't science on both models, yeah. And we agree the things we can't science we don't know, but I still don't understand like how so it looks flat, but it's ramping. I don't say that again. Like I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We perceive it as flat, right? We won't argue with you on that. You see the horizon as flat, right?
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't matter where your perspective is. You're going to see it as flat.
I'm not understanding how everything measures it flat too. It's not just an optical phenomenon.
The thing is, these people are measuring the horizon, and the horizon is rising to your level, and it's going to be perceived as flat. That's why you perceive it as flat as 120,000 feet.
No,
doesn't matter how high you go.
They're using lasers and total stations and other stuff. The Department
and they're measuring the visual horizon, you see.
Oh, they're measuring the physical distance between 2 points and whether there's elevation change.
Well, it's scale, you see. It's an advanced question for sure.
So I would think that, I don't know if y'all are still not looking at like the surveying. I think the surveying is beyond the optical theodolite experiment. I think there's other things they use to measure for deviation, curvature, or anything ramping up on the concave even.
Right. But so it looks flat. The curvature is too gradual to like notice locally. But if the surface is concave, which I am, my measurements, my math is saying it is, then the level slowly changes like directions like as you travel, but rather remaining like geometrically parallel as it would on a truly flat plane.
So how is it concave and parallel on a flat plane?
But this is the geometrical difference.
Oh, can't be both, right? I don't understand. Maybe Katie could help me here.
You perceive it as flat, but it is slowly concaving. What happens to water when it goes up the beach? Is it staying flat with the horizon, or is it concaving? Ask yourself that.
Flat with the horizon?
Would you argue land is higher than your flat water level?
They don't measure it higher, no. I mean, some land
well,
is
maybe
above
not.
sea. You have above and below sea level land, so there's both. So no, they measure sea level as one altitude. If it's concaving, they should measure that dip somewhere in the surveying instruments or the buoys 19 years at a time.
Right, but the water would not remain one globally flat plane. Its surface would have to follow the same inward curvature as the rest of the level surface.
What inward curvature on a level surface? There's no curvature on a level surface.
Okay, so let me see. Okay, so at a beach, that curvature would be so slight over short distances that the water looks flat, right? But as water runs,
again, we're beyond optical experiments here with the buoys, and then the total stations and everything else that's measuring elevation. Again, when you curve, people don't want to admit this, but you're diverting from a horizontal if you're curving. And on something that's continuously curving, there is no horizontal. So likewise, a horizontal...
Do you do observations, though? Do you still believe in observations or not?
Yeah, well, I mean, depends. But it's a measurement of level. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, altitude, I'm sorry. So when you pitch over a curve, even if it's slightly, the altimeter changes, your vertical speed changes, and everything changes, or it should change when you do it outside. But it's not. You're flying still in a straight line. I'm failing to see where the curvature or the concaveness is.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. My bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead. That's all I'm saying. Somebody texted me right when I said that.
Right, but what you have instead is a local horizon, like a horizon. So at each point, then the tangent to the curved surface, like at that location. So like as you move along the surface, that tangent continuously rotates. So water would have to. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
What's rotating? And it's a flat line.
Right, but the water would also have to conform to the concave like surface rather than remain on one infinite flat plane.
Well, yeah, you're assuming that. What concave surface?
It's the same argument, you see. It's your perspective. As you are going over the ground, you are staying level, but you are gaining altitude. This is why all planes fly up with a pitch.
Right. So like so it's continuously changing like local like horizons around the interior.
Yeah, water doesn't curve. That's what's up, positive name. It goes against the law of hydrodynamics in the comments, TG. So what do y'all say?
This is just going from flat. Even if we're wrong and it is convex versus concave, this is just like the geometry and the math that I've done. Flat versus spherical.
Math is cool, but if you're not actually measuring the upward curve and its perspective, as you said, then I'm not diverting to concave anytime soon because of what my.
No, I'm not trying to divert you.
I know, but it's not going above eye level, and it's not.
We have measurements though.
What makes you think that it's indefinitely flat though?
Because half the seafloor is measured, no pitch or altitude change. All of the ocean is the same line. Actually, it's a horizontal ripple of waves over time because of the small waves come into the long time lapse of it, but the long reading. But over time, it looks like a bunch of little horizontal waves, no curvature. So it's a horizontal line. We depict everything on a horizontal line. That's logically inaccurate. If it's curving, we need to depict it as such and account for it. But yet, all this curvature is neglected in everyday application in the manuals. Whether it be concave curvature or globe curvature, it's not a physical thing. And you're relying purely on optics to describe something that you're trying to explain as physical, right?
Did you watch the eclipses over Europe yesterday?
I'm in America. I didn't get to see it. I missed it even. I tried to watch it on someone else's.
You've seen videos, right, though?
I've seen the mainstream's little, they show the sun with all this stuff coming out of it and something, yeah.
It was awesome. I saw them. They were so fucking cool. Like, they were so cool. But, like, a sphere produces a circular silhouette from every orientation. A flat disc doesn't.
That's why it's not every orientation. I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. AJ's in Europe. He saw it.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't get to see it because it's not every orientation that it's doing that or something. But either way, like, I seen the April 8th eclipse and it was something wild. Like, all the birds and things were just going nuts. My cats were going nuts. And then right when it started, it just got dark and everything went quiet until it ended. And then everything went back. And the cats were going, roar. My grandma walks outside to look and I feel like I'm fucking drunk or high. So we all got this floaty feeling off of whatever it was. And then it went away. The black sun or whatever you want to say it was. But I felt the energy and my grandma did too. And she's a sober person. So I don't know. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, you didn't put no gummies in my... I don't know. It's like, no, Grandma. That's the energy we've been missing out on. I don't know. That's all I can say. But yeah, it always... Yeah, we can come up positive. But yeah, see, I don't know. A lot of people have a hard time with it.
The only thing, like when I did study, like, there's no one flat Earth model with a defined map. Like a sun position, distances, even like the equations that, like... that predict...
Look at that. My leg got me restricted. For nudity.
What happened?
But DJ,
no,
we do have measurements, you know. We do have measurements. It's not just we're not just going off observations. It's just our observations also tie in to the measurements we get from supersonic, travel and stuff. Like, it's not one thing.
And then, the sun position, like my bad, AJ. I didn't mean to interrupt you, babes.
No, DJ was speaking. Say what you were gonna say, man.
No, I said supersonic. What's doing that? How does that go? How do we measure with that?
Because if something's moving at a constant speed and it's got a pitch, right? It's got two constants, you see, and it's gonna create. It has to be in one orientation. You know, it's a mathematical equation that you can figure out.
Next one, go. $1, start. Go, go, go. Go, 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 guys. Go, go. Go, go, go. 15 seconds, sudden death. Get in on this. Go. There you go. What is gonna happen for Isaac? Job site scissors, y'all. Right there. Bam. Let's go. Next one. Go.
Yeah. You're welcome back up, man. I just can't stand the restrictions. That means I could get yiked completely. So. Alright, I gave them a chance. They're welcome to come back up and continue to explain it. I wasn't running or obfuscating or dropping them. Literally 3 instant restrictions because my leg popped in and bled through the green screen. 3 restrictions instantly. Y'all guys are welcome back up, folks. Sorry, I got to restart the live. Anyway, we had a great conversation. I still disagree and I'm not convinced, and a lot of people are triggered in the comments that are on the flat side. I get where you're coming from on that. Instant rejection. Try again, buddy. I don't know what happened. If you want to come back up. See, look, I can't keep this in front of the camera long enough to hold it like this, maybe. Yeah, come back up. I'm going to do a quick safety meeting real fast. The words are bad, okay? They assume I'm on the drugs, okay? And I just run with it, okay? Because, I don't want to attack them back. At this point, if I'm going to do the time, I might as well just do the crime. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't ever do no drugs, man. I don't need drugs, man. Or with the load. I mean, a little safety meeting every now and then with the Delta 8, right? That's about it. No cigarettes, no tobacco even. I don't drink alcohol. No pharmaceuticals. Completely organic. Don't panic. Detoxing. So, don't attack us personally. Attack the argument. Quick safety meeting. Let's get it. Yup. Come on, folks. Let's get it. You're welcome back up, guys. I just had to restart the live. I didn't want to interrupt, so I just said screw it. Trying to suppress it. I don't know what it is about Ian, but it just, his beats just hit that little thing and get us to. Whole life on the line. Oh, we gotta go back. Start that shit over. Come prove your wet rock religion. Come on, folks. Whoa. That's what got me banned. Hang on, my leg. It's just my leg, guys. Like the 3rd time. Alright, stop. I'm in love with telling millions coming. See, and there we go. Come on, folks. Fair use. Here we go. Go prove your religion. Shut it down. Shutting down the globe, folks. Alright, what's good? Uh-oh. Not a technical issue. I got restricted. Because they don't take real photographs and they're not going to space. What are you talking about? They're not really going to space.
Okay, I was just summoned here. I didn't mean to join, but here I am.
Oh, well, you clicked the button and I clicked accept. All right, buddy.
What's going on, though? I can do this, though. I got you.
Oh, you're a Glober? All right. Try me. It's measured flat. They use the flat in everyday application, but why are you trying to still convince me it's round?
I'm done doing that. I mean, that's exhausting, but I like to talk about it. It's fun to talk about. But convincing people, that's another story.
Oh, so you are a Glober, but you got nothing, no evidence that's convincing people.
I mean, the evidence is thousands of years old, like the Eratosthenes like demonstration, the Foucault pendulum. Nope. You know, those both proofs of the shape and motion.
Not at all.
Yeah, because you say so, but I mean,
a tire swing's not measuring the shape of the ground.
No, it's showing the motion though.
Well, it's not measuring the shape.
No, it's not measuring. It's demonstrating the other effect of motion.
The swing. Nothing to do with the shape. Flat Earth could be moving. I don't know.
Sure, yeah, that's why they're two different experiments. Eratosthenes proves the shape.
Okay, how does Eratosthenes prove the shape?
Because if you have a buddy that's 70 miles away from you, or however many, but 70 miles works because that's 1 degree of change at noontime, and you say, hey buddy, measure the shadow of that vertical thing right now, and I'll measure my shadow right now. We'll get two different size shadows, but that can only happen on a curved surface. Because if everything was flat, and we're measuring the shadows of all things vertical, the shadows should be all the same length.
Right, but I don't think Eratosthenes ever looked up one time because he would have noticed, like, other than that one day when he did the experiment, right? That's why it's never been recreated accurately. It's because, like, if you get a pasta strainer and a flashlight and go up and down above it, you know, the closer the light is, the rays are going to start to crepuscular. That's what we see in the clouds. You can look outside probably right now and see crepuscular rays somewhere that is cloudy, and that will debunk the parallel ray idea that I thought was from his experiment.
Well, there's a lot of concepts to unpack there, but they do actually do this experiment every year in China as like a high school like experiment or whatever, high school curriculum. But yeah. But also crepuscular rays and all that, and diffraction and double split experiment. If you send light through a slit, it's going to diffract. No matter what you do, it's going to spread out. That's how it works.
So no parallel lightning. So why is Aristosthenes still being promoted, proving parallel light if they don't? Especially through a slit.
It's not going to affect the shadow.
But still, like the depiction was that the light rays were parallel. Still, that was still a part of it.
It still is. I mean, they 100%
Based
are.
on what? You just said light. Based on what? If I'm showing crepuscular rays.
See, that, I don't know. You're trying to talk about how light going through clouds diffracts. It's going through a different indice of refraction when it's hitting water vapor versus air versus glass. It changes angles.
Right, but local lights do that. If it was further away, it wouldn't, because it would, I don't know. I feel like that's a local phenomenon. That perspective is a local thing.
No, because, like, you can't bring the sun back when you zoom in after it sets.
But you can. I've shown that one a million times. That's a wild claim.
Once that sun sets beyond the horizon, there's no bringing it back with a zooming camera.
Oh, yeah. Every day of the week.
Yeah, that's that's where I don't like tell lies like that.
It's because you don't want to look further. Well, it's because you don't want to look further and actually try the experiment yourself, or look at someone who has. When we show y'all just outright usually reject it. But I can show it.
No, I mean, you can show that.
I showed you a friend of mine. I can show beneath the sun in that piece of sky coming back in after looking halfway obstructed from one zoom from a buddy of mine.
We got JP Lighton. We got JP Lighton in the chat. JP Lighton in the chat. Hit me up. What's up, JP? But yeah, no, I mean, I do have a Foucault pendulum in my shed right now. It's not really that complicated, man.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. We have flat earthers with pendulums. I have a tire swing. What's your point?
Well, the idea is when you swing that tire, it should only go back and forth. It shouldn't deviate. But the reason why it does deviate is because it's also in motion.
No, you guys claim it keeps going because of the motion of the earth. It stops. It has to be started again.
That's not what we're claiming. Of course it's going to stop. That's called harmonic dampening. Harmonic dampening brings everything to a stop.
Now y'all have a name for it. Okay.
So it's not saying purpose to demonstrate the constant motion, but that's done through like electromagnets in the base. But the reality is, if you can get it swinging for an hour, if you can keep momentum for an hour, you can observe its change in angular momentum. Like you can see it processing around the point that it's attached to, and it will do it at the same rate according to your latitude. So I'm in Rhode Island. My latitude is 45 degrees. 45 degrees is 66% of the total spin in relation to the equator versus the pole. So that's how I take the sine of 66, and I get 9.85 degrees per hour precession rate. And I have my Foucault pendulum.
Yes,
I get that thing going. It does do that.
But if
What's up, JP?
Dementia.
So your bitch ass is in Rhode Island, huh?
Yeah.
Want to throw people's names out there, you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm trying to ask you a question here because I'm getting ready to make an example of you.
Your internet is not that great.
You think? I'm
I'm just saying, you think this game, don't you?
I didn't get to catch that, brother. But I only call you that because everybody calls you that. That's your name.
Do you know me?
Yes, dude.
You know me.
Yes, brother. We go riding all the time.
How do you know me?
Because I raced against you mad times.
You raced against me?
Yeah.
Who are you?
I am Anon and on.
Oh, you're a pussy. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think this is a game, don't you? Just know you have permanent markings. Anon.
Yeah, that's what they say.
You know, permanent markings. I just don't think that you know who, you know what I mean? Put those into play where you come down here and act out. I don't think that you have a recollection of what's going on here. But you know what? Pretty soon you'll get reintroduced, to the pressure introduced you here, right?
I'm not picking up what you're putting down, brother.
I know you're not picking up what I'm putting down, right? Because you have one of those pea brains and you can't communicate on that level. You know what I'm saying? You're down below my feet. Can you tickle him while you're down there for me?
Yeah, sure. I got you, buddy.
No, I don't think you know what the fuck's going on here.
Coochie coochie coo. That's what I'll do. I got you.
Good. What now?
So I don't know, brother DJ. What are you trying to show? What are you demonstrating here?
Oh, I was just cooking a claim on loop. Everybody keeps saying the sun doesn't reveal itself back by zooming. I don't know why, but anyway, I don't know. If we need to drop this guy, let me know.
Time's done ran out for you, Anon.
Is this so? This is not a freeze frame, right? This is a live thing.
Yeah, see the ripples?
Yeah.
Good. Of course it's live. Well, I mean, pre-recorded live. No waves here, up on the shore. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let me know. I'll drop them or whatever.
I'm talking about when it has set already. When it already has set.
Oh, you can do that.
And then zooming in. Because yeah, that has to do with perspective.
No, that was that curve. Over the curve. Actually, I can't find the one where it's set. I don't know. If I need to drop in next, let me know. I don't know what's going on. You just come out.
I don't know why you left.
That.
But yeah, dude, freaking, I could talk about anything you'd like. I went to the University of Maine in Orono. I studied electrical engineering, and I work for C&W Services as a control systems technician, control systems engineer. So I configure things, and that's my background. That's what I do. And I also worked a lot in HVAC and did a little plumbing and heating and stuff like that. So that's my background in science and stuff, and that's where I get it from.
Right on.
Also, like, the sun doesn't change in size. You know, that's another thing. Like how a plane does. Like when a plane goes overhead, like you can see it change size, but that doesn't.
Usually it doesn't because of the opacity of the atmosphere. But some days it does with and without a solar filter. It most certainly does.
Because if it's within our atmosphere, it's an identifiable size. Like, you know what I mean? And something with an identifiable size has a predictable rate that it would get smaller as it gets away from you. You know, and it would follow that pattern every time you've seen it. You know, provided that if it were in our atmosphere and it was traveling away from us.
We got multiple people, including this guy down here, Enoch, who has recorded it changing the size with and without a solar filter. The sun and the moon both change size. The sun is the bigger light. It gets opaque with the atmosphere and everything just enlarges on certain nights. Everything looks bigger out there than it does on other nights. But yeah, he can show you. I can pull up a video here and show you that it most
Yeah,
certainly
sure. I mean, I'd love to discuss the physics of it. Whatever you're seeing.
Whatever I'm seeing, so you don't even know what I'm seeing, so you can't possibly discuss any physics on it. Because you outright
Right, I have to see it. I need to see it first, right?
Right, but what are you going to discuss if you outright deny it and don't exist and you don't have nothing in your brain?
Well, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. You don't need just that to debunk it. Because, I mean, how would an eclipse work on a flat Earth? Is the sun higher in elevation than the moon, or is the moon higher in elevation than the sun?
What does that have to do with it at all? The solar alien eclipse.
How do they get into the way of each other?
We're not in between. Even Globeface said we're not in between anymore and tried to make a new model of globe of how eclipses work. That the Earth is not responsible for the black shadow or the shade or the phases, which there's never been the claim. It's been the claim my entire life.
Oh, it sure is. I mean, the body of the Earth is definitely the cause of a lunar eclipse when the moon gets blocked out.
I don't know.
And then a solar eclipse is the body of the moon blocks the viewing of our sun.
That's what they say.
I mean, it works. It works in the model. It works, you know. If you take a basketball and you take a tennis ball and you bring them 33 feet apart, you can make your own little solar eclipse.
Yeah, but
do that right in your backyard.
Sell an alien eclipse. You still got that one.
What?
Sell an alien eclipse and you deflect it from the sun shrinking size. You're trying to debunk it by like how would eclipse work?
My claim is the sun never shrinks size, and I'm open. I'm open to see that.
And that's all it is. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm open to view whatever evidence you say it has that.
You can come back up, Enoch. I hit accept.
I gotta go. This guy will stop lying.
I'm not lying. I've got no reason to lie.
Hey, bro, you got stop lying to strangers on TikTok and claim the sun side when we recorded it. Into a little dog, you asked to go playing 21 guy questions.
We're barely hearing you, brother.
Very good. It's the same size as this.
Hey, man, you gotta get a better connection because we're not really hearing you well.
Sorry, bro.
We gotta get your satellite so you're okay? This the size as this.
Hey, man, I'm barely hearing you, man. But I am a Christian. I understand the book of Enoch. I go to church every day.
The same size as this. That's all I'm asking. Is this the same size as this?
Your internet is so bad, I have no idea what we're talking about.
He's asking if they're the same size as the other thing. I'm sure I can hear him a little bit.
I don't know what you're showing me. Is that dot on your screen the same size as the dot on the other screen?
What we were talking about.
Your thing is so bad.
Dude, he's showing the sun up close. He's showing the sun going out, and you're ignoring it.
Yeah, you see that orange haze? I can't tell if I have bad internet or if you have bad internet.
Oh no, I hear you fine. Can you hear me fine? But still, I think I heard enough of what he said. But he's showing the sun shrinking right there with a solar filter. Did you not?
Yeah, but it doesn't though. See, it doesn't.
No, but it does. It got smaller.
Fuck you, dumbass! I'm showing it now.
So we're gonna go with the guy that can't even have proper internet to use his technology. Okay, all right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, his iPhone 11. His iPhone 11 still frame shot. We're gonna go with that. He can't even afford proper internet.
The iPhone
Sick.
Does any call one?
Yeah, sick.
I'm at.
Yeah, he doesn't know what a solar filter is.
Donuts, dude. See you later, host.
Sorry, bro. Your internet's bad. We could try again. But basically, all he was showing was that with a solar filter, it does shrink size. You just don't look at it whenever we show y'all, and it goes in one ear and out the other, if you ask me. But there it is. I can't get my thing to switch. So, cooked by Enoch. Next. Yeah, just type it, bro. I think I got what you was spitting, and he was showing different variations of that put together to show the different sizes. I think that the sun looks smaller in a solar filter. That doesn't mean it's because it's a brighter light. Doesn't mean it's physically bigger. Because the moon's not that bright. Anyways, he ran. It's whatever, man. He was just a troll. And MX Racer had beef. I don't know what happened. So I wasn't. So sorry, MX Racer. You have to enlighten me. I have no idea. I've never seen that guy. To my knowledge, if I had him up before, it was brief and someone else brought him up. I don't recall. Exactly. There's been like a lot of them today that won't. I got, yeah. One day he said, yeah. What was it yesterday? Somebody was, well, then you should concede that that's how it works. It was like, well, you guys got a glass wall in the Van Allen belts and we got a glass firmament. There's got to be some kind of correlation here that we can agree on. But yeah, it's whatever, man. Cool story, bro. I can show you a real picture if you would like. Footage, videos, measurements, surveying and engineering manuals, 20,000 military documents. Come on, folks. Soon will be proof that the sun doesn't get smaller, even though we've proven it already to do such. So how are they going to, like, soon we'll be able to say that you guys just AI'd that and they won't be able to prove it wrong because AI is so good that we got people now that won't ever concede, bro, that they're gone to the point that nothing's real, there's no objective reality, you can't prove anything, therefore it's not flat or round, because they won't ever concede to being a flat earther. They'll go to that level publicly first. I've had 2 or 3 of those this week, and yeah. There's no objective reality now. We're not going to ever concede that flat earthers might be smart, might know what they're talking about, or that anybody can learn this stuff. It literally takes money for most people to get the tutor, but it's free public information for those who can comprehend it, and it automatically proves that they had a harder time comprehending it if they had to go to school for it. But we're still trying to do it without school, and we're getting placements. It's like all the people, I went to school for music production. You ain't got no plaques on the wall. You ain't never did no hits. You ain't never made nothing. You never recorded nobody. I got platinum plaques on the wall. I didn't go to school. I think they're gonna listen to my advice on the record. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like that, bro. But with cosmology, it's like, cool. What else you got? Stop projecting it. Plane surveying, flat, but all the other optical phenomenons and the logical fallacies that can't happen and the things that would need to happen in order for it to be a globe. But one thing that we have in common, though, is you still need some kind of barrier, and some of your scientists called it a glass wall. So what is this barrier on the globe? Why can't we concede to firmament globe at least? Firmament flat earth, firmament globe, next. Like for the air pressure, terrarium style. Like, I think that's a good point of, like, an honest globe person could concede to, but the idea that y'all think you can just repeat that, oh, we would unalive in a dome. Stephen King's book, the TV series they made after it. Oh, what happened? The greenhouse effect. What happened in The Simpsons? Oh, shit, the greenhouse effect. Almost like the sun could be outside the model, but of course it would heat up the things above it before it heated below, and that's the only issue. The gradient wouldn't work right. with the heat gradient, but the temperature, the pressure gradient, the gas, will still be the same. It would equalize and create its own vertical gradient in real life, like terrariums and the big ones, the biodomes, everything. So it's the forever biome for a reason. It's how we've been here this long, living and reincarnating forever because we're stuck inside it. So you always constantly say, straw man, terrariums don't have a gradient. It would equalize throughout. Not true. Propane tanks have gradients. The human lungs tires have a gradient. And then all you can do is straw man flat earth. But when you really look at it, terrariums in a vacuum, I'll even give you that, does nothing. So I built, the math. I don't need to do the math. I actually do the work. I actually do the experiment where the true math is derived from. So your chalkboard calculations ain't got nothing on me. I've made 20 terrariums that still are going. The ones that are broken, I broke 2 of them or took the seal off on about there was another one I took the seal off, and then after a while and one dropped and broke, and another one I dropped and broke it. And what happened? Everything unaligned. The rapid change in pressure, it equalized to the outside. The atmosphere that it created was no longer there. So you guys got to prove that you don't need a container for an atmosphere. When you guys lied and said that terrariums don't have a gradient, and I found out they did. So water doesn't lie, terrariums don't lie. So yeah, if you can, $1 million, now that I'm in wholesaling, you're stacking up money for this challenge. 5 years, nobody's even tried to do it. The top scientists reject it. They come on the lie, all these degrees and everything. But this is what they should have done. This is what we should have had at science fairs as kids for the last 3 generations. We know it's round. We can replicate it, right? No. All you got to do is make a non-container water cycle, get a cup of gravity inside that basketball, deep enough water on all sides for an ant to swim, islands sticking out it, all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then you can prove. $1 million, you can prove. Oh, man, I'm saying if my wholesaler takes off, I'll dump $1 million for someone to make a non-container water cycle right now. You know what I'm saying? Like my terrariums are going strong, and the guys still think they don't exist. But I proved that they have a vertical gradient. What's up, brother?
What's up?
Where you headed today? What are you working on?
I just had to do some framing. Had to
frame
up some beams. And now I'm headed to put in some door strips. What you got going on?
Not on, bro. I just got me some. It should be in the paper today. I haven't checked it. I was going to wait a day or two. But I put a bid for $100 on this land, the commissioner, county thing, and they said, it's been there. I looked on their website that they titled it in '97 from the treasurer's name to the county's name, so they've had it a while. But they did some trickery where they reset everything and made it look like they put it on the list last year. When they called me, I called them back. They were trying to get a hold of me, and then they said that, we can't take that. So $300, that's fine. $370, I'm cool with that. For like a half an acre with 2 spots on it, or whatever it is, maybe an acre.
Yeah.
An old rule. So I look for an old backwoods town, right, that has a post office, 1 store left, a school with 8-man football. They don't field a team. I've always kind of wanted to live in one of the little towns like that out here. And I found one here, and I found one by me, and I found one in another town all the way by Broken Bow. And I'm going to try to snag that one next if this works. It's in the paper. They got to, you know how it works. They got to put it in the paper for 3 weeks, and then I go win my bid on the 4th. I'm ready. That's going to be the studio. Radio station's going to go right there.
Hell yeah.
If I get one I don't like, I'll try to clean it up and flip it for $2K or something with somebody. Just to put back into my radio.
That's what's up. And look, if you need you want to put the radio station in Broken Bow or?
No, I'm gonna put that probably up here where I'm at here in Leopoldo.
Oh, we just know I know a lot of people in Broken Bow, so if you ever need help trying to sell it.
Well, if you know a lot of people, yeah, I'd probably be wholesaling around that way if I need some property to build something on and flip, if you know any flippers. But yeah, I definitely be
Half my family still lives there.
right on. Well, I'm gonna look into Broken Bow then. 'Cause I'm gonna do Tulsa, Fort Smith, and Price. Everybody's moving down that way, and that's kind of where I want to have this second spot. My parents want to be down that way, and so yeah, I don't know, maybe somewhere where they can go down, or I can for now have a big RV and then I have a pop up. I want to put the big RV over here at the main site until we get the radio stuff put in a building or something, and then I want to put that pop up down there and ride my bike back and forth. When I go down to Rant, whatever, Broken Bow, I can just go right there instead of all the way back up here and chill there for a weekend. Have my own crib. Yeah. With little to no money. I forgot all about the conditioner list. But I'm gonna also use the rest of the ones I don't like just for fun and save up. If I can get 20 to 40,000, I want to do a luxury wholesale flip. They're like 100K assignment fees. I want to do one of those real quick for my room and prove that I don't have to leave the house in this development I found. And yeah, I think I'll have enough to get all my stuff to get compliant for an FCC license. If I do one of those. Or if I get lucky and do a few of them. But yeah, the little wholesaling, I'm starting small. Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yep. I'm gonna get all the taxes and all the abandoned, the borrowers, anything I can get a hold of. But yeah, we're gonna get the homie to do it too. But hey, look, bro, put our money and get one of these and split it, and then put it into a property each somewhere and start our own each. You take over a town and I take over. You take over a couple towns, I'll take over a couple other towns. We'll do it all from the phone, the tire company. We don't have to leave. We'll just be the middleman. Yeah, that's the goal. That'll be enough to feed my radio. Yeah. If y'all want in, I'm not giving game away. I don't care. Y'all cool. I'm gonna need a team too outside. So but that's the goal. I've already got a bunch of people willing to buy off me if I get one under contract, and I got a bunch of people sending me properties. I just don't have my phone. My phone's picking up right now. I had to get a new SIM card slot holder ordered, so I got that coming. But then I'll be good. Pay my bill back. Yeah, I just gotta call all day, and that's it. But I already been networking outside in all these groups. And be like, yo, just let me know what you got. And, you know, so and then the people we got. A couple guys I went to that class, they said, you send me a contract, I'll find a buyer. And usually, sometimes they'll just find a buyer and let you have it. The ones that are doing it all day and make money, but most of the time they'll just take half. So if it's 10,000 or 20,000 assignment fee, I'll let them take 10. I'll keep the 10 or 5K for my first one, whatever it takes to get one to get past that point of, I've done one already, I'm in. It always just, that's what it is when you, to me, every time I music, streaming, after I cook my first Glover, and he runs, it's like, oh shoot, did he just run? It's like, oh, I can do this. Your confidence goes up. So I just, this little thing, I just need to get a bigger one like that, and then I'm good. When I do a big flip on a regular wholesale, I'll be like, all right, and I'll stack that up for a luxury, and I'll be good to go. I just need to do one, but I'm gonna try to make it a real deal. Everybody's gonna do it. What they do? They just buy these old 80s or whatever, these old, what used to be like a luxury home that are small, they'll take up a whole property for like $1 million. And you think, oh, they're going to fix it for it. Nope, they can't. There's no way. So they just mow them over and build a 10 million thing and then make cracks. So they don't care if you offer about Zillow. So I'm like, I got a spot for that down the road. They're doing that right now.
Hell yeah.
And there's not a lot going on. So I'm going to try to sneak in there. Beat somebody to one, bro. Let's see. But no, you can get free land out here. People don't know how to possession.
Why not?
I said I got an argument with the other day. It's like, you can't get free land. Squatters' rights, whatever. It's called rights for a reason. So you use that term derogatory, but it's called squatters' rights or adverse possession. If it's not a right, they need to make it squatters' illusions or something.
Right. Well, I still need you to send me that information.
Oh yeah, for sure. I made a YouTube on it, but I can send you a video. Yeah, whichever part of the adverse, the wholesaling and the luxury, I don't care. I can send it all up. I just got banned on this one account from sending messages because I tried to send it to Lambo, and it said I was spamming them or something. So I have to do it on the other account.
Because Dora's interested. She can talk. She got that gift of gab. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, she would understand it. She'd be able to call and do it. Yeah, I think you said she did sales somewhere or whatnot. People love hearing her voice, so yeah. But the whole get up that I get from these guys is just to present it as if you're trying to help them with their problems. You're starting out with distressed properties, so you just need to come in. Oh, you still got a guy? Yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll get the guy out. I'll evict him. Just, you want to sell the property? And then you just and have the law do it, or have somebody you know down that way paying $500. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna go down there but anyway, yeah. So I think it'd be easy for somebody like that, somebody like my dad, to learn, and my brother. Because right now my brother's back, and I don't know, and he's turning wrenches. But they see the results first. They want to see it to believe it, guys. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. You talk.
I just want to hear what you said. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be like
to another job.
I respect that. Yeah. Why can't I Google flat Earth? You can. You can Google the people that thought it was a celestial sphere and were geocentric, and like Plato, Pythagoras, and a lot of them come up. There's some troll in the comments, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is a cool deal. I can't wait to get this land. Can't wait 3 weeks.
Well, I do hope it all works out for you.
Also,
I'm gonna be running this some rain.
Yeah, you got a thunderhead up there, yep. It's not a live feed. They tell you it's a looped animated. It's a looped composite feed.
Yeah, what's up, Nick? Yeah, I try to watch that bull crap, man. The ISS live feed. No, it's on a time loop, and it just keeps spinning and showing the same shit. And then they'll show it where, man, it's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. I just hope this goal shall be something different. I never did. What's up, Draco?
Salute, Draco.
Yeah, look at that cloud right there, just pouring rain down, just letting it go. Well, it's behind the tree again, but there it is. Bam. Got 2 spots. What's up, Draco? How you doing, bud? I think you can request up and get in a box.
Yeah, we got a couple.
If you want, that's up to you, though. Yeah, I've heard talk to me and DJ.
We got 2 boxes each, I think. Co-hosting.
Yeah, I think so. They requested. Let's see. How do we do this? Oh. I knew all this part, bud.
Yeah, so each person who's hosting gets 2 boxes, but the people in the panel can't open their cameras.
Oh, you can't open your camera?
Yeah, so if I wanted to show you a picture, I wouldn't be able to right now.
Damn. What's up, baloney? I don't have no bread. Draco, are you a mod? Yes, you are.
What do you need?
Just, I need to know if you're a mod or not. I just needed to know. And then I seen it.
I'm not 100% sure if it's full mod or not, but I'm not concerned about it.
I think it's... Well, I can't check it here. It's just giving me a whole different... Well, hold on. Let me check it here. Yeah. It should be all mod. Yeah. Except for the live recordings. You don't need that, do you?
No, they only come in handy when someone talks shit or says something that, contradicts their model. You want a clip of them saying it, but other than that, it's not really needed, I guess.
But you should you should be able to pull people up and push people down.
All right, but I'll try to respect the fact that you're live and do what you want done and not just go willy-nilly.
Well, I just want to mute it. I don't really want them kicked or blocked. Only ones I want blocked is Jody, Tiffany, and Level Devil. Them people out there, I don't have nothing for them people.
I don't know who that is.
Jody gonna come in here. Jody, she's like Tiffany.
What's her account name?
She don't panel or nothing, but she,
What's her handle?
Jody.
Is it? No, Jody.
With some
okay.
Frilly stuff. Yeah, I just don't see. Look, they're all sitting alive. I can't remember everybody that was in there, but I know Jody was in there because she was the biggest mouth in the chat. And it was Level Devil, and it was a dude with tattoos all over his face. And I can't remember his name for shit. And there was a couple other people. And they all told me to go and unlie myself. And that all flat earthers should do that. So I said, fuck y'all, and left. You know what I mean? And then I went to another live, and they were in there talking about the same shit. Like, yeah, we told them to go to hell, and da-da-da-da, and they can all die. And I was like, yeah, fuck y'all. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't wish death on anybody. Never have. Probably never will. Can't guarantee that, but never have.
Morning, DJ. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good to know that you just jumped your ass out there, buddy.
I'm back. What's up?
He just asked how you doing.
I mean, I'm doing all right, but that rain cloud might miss it.
What's up, Tiberius? Oh no, I like that name. Tiberius County. I got
Tell Randy at Pit Stop that none of us were dropped on our heads.
They lost their gravity yesterday.
Randy Pit Stop. They were all dropped on their heads as kids.
fucked up.
Yeah, he's in DJ's chat talking shit. I got I got Cosmo over there tapping some mics up for you, DJ.
What is it? I'm sorry, I was making food.
I have Cosmo in your live tapping lights for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Appreciate you, Cosmo.
He is I and I am him.
Damn, that dude shoots jets out of his damn pressure washer hose. What's up, Copperhead? Nick of time. Grand Rising. Nope, doing good. You can request up if you want. Copperhead, it's up to you, bud. We can get 2 boxes. Oh.
I'm not able to request people up right now.
Oh.
I'm not able to.
Huh.
I think I'm not able to because you're co-hosting, I think, because I was going to bring Copperhead up, but I'm not able to bring him up.
Let's see.
Can you first show the dome?
Not it.
What he said?
I don't know how to get him up.
Yes, we can show the dome. Go outside and look up.
That's a pretty gnarly crack in your windshield.
Yeah, I know. It's because, and I just got this car too. Y'all see my last windshield? A damn truck. A log truck ran over a log, and the log was big enough to go all the way across my windshield. Man, that was like some Final Destination shit right there. Broke it all the way across. Didn't even break a stick. I only got about an hour's worth of work before I'm going. And I'm taking tomorrow and Saturday off. I ain't working tomorrow or Saturday.
Hey, DJ, that Tyler in your chat right now, he reported my account for calling him a dance monkey.
Dance monkey, dance monkey, dance monkey. Whoa.
All right, I blocked him.
Yeah, get him out of your room. They'll report you.
He's a reporter. He'll report you for shit. I don't know if that appeal went through because I tried to appeal that warning. It was the first warning on my account, so it showed who it was and what it was for. He was making comments in the chat, and all I replied back was "dance monkey." That's all I said, right? And he reported me for it, harassment.
Not.
Yeah, if they can call you everything.
Yeah.
You report them, it does nothing. I had a guy today come up in the box within like 10 seconds telling me to unlock. Anyway, I was like, no, we ain't doing that. You can't answer the question. He just kept saying
that's why I don't like bullying, man. That's why I don't like it.
Especially those type of words.
Yeah, you don't have to say stuff like that.
Yeah, but if you can piss them off, it makes them crack back faster, and then they're raging on you the whole time, and it's just good for us at the end of the day.
I know, and then they report you and get your shit taken down. It pisses them off, and then they just want to, crash out, right?
It's their car. Let them crash it.
We get pissed off and crash out too. We do that too. I try not to though, but they made me crash out yesterday, man. I was saying the F word and everything else.
Well, I can say the F word without being crashing out.
Yeah. No, I mean I was saying fucker, like motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't like calling people names, man. You know what I mean? I was always that kid picking on bullies. If you picked on somebody littler or smaller, no, man, you had to pick on this guy that was littler or smaller. But you didn't fare very well. You know what I mean? It didn't work out in your favor. 9 out of 10 times, anyway.
Some of us had bigger bullies at home.
Some of us did.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yep. But that's the reason why I can tolerate a bully and then punch him right in his mouth. Because I got it at home too, you know?
A long time ago, my mom was living in Bellevue, Washington. While she was up there, she met this guy who had spent 18 years in prison in Florida for armed robbery. Well, long story short, a couple years later, we were having Thanksgiving. He was complaining about my mom's cooking, right? My mom's a really good cook. But he was complaining about the food and the day, whatever. And by this point, I'd already had it up, up to my forehead with his shit. And he was starting his stuff, so I was just like, I could take this fork and stick it in your throat. We got him going. He got outside, and every time I started walking towards him, he'd walk away from me. But then he'd turn around, and then I'd go walk away from him. He'd turn around and start talking crap, and it's like,
yeah. When I was 13, I had to kick my mom's boyfriend out, and I guess he thought I was just a kid and I couldn't do nothing. But that damn fishing pole had a different story to him. He ain't like that fishing pole after that. And you know what? After I broke my fishing pole, he gonna try to come back and give me another fishing pole. Okay. Thanks. I'll whoop the shit out of you with this one too. He came back to the house with a a thing full of cars that was, you know what I mean, like them little plastic ones with the little plastic wheels, and because I collected Matchbox cars and you know, and Hot Wheels, and he wants to bring some little plastic ass cars up in there, like I'm gonna say, oh, that shit's cool. I was like, no, thanks, man. I said I wouldn't even put them things around my collection, and it pissed him off. And he brought that fishing pole in there too, and I think before the day ended, I ended up hitting him in the back of the head with that fishing pole with that one. He didn't come back after that though. Yeah, I took them cars and put them in the burn barrel and burn them. I was a little guy, man, but I was mean as shit, dude. I was a little, yeah. I thought the world was flat, and I had nothing to worry about. Yeah, I know. That's going to be awesome, man. I know. I hope Dewey can go over there with y'all. You, Dewey, Shannon, all y'all. I hope y'all have fun, man. I hope y'all can learn some people some shit. But hell, y'all's already in Michigan. Hell, everybody there knows it's flat.
What day is it again? The meetup? Is it Friday?
This weekend, yeah.
Well, that's
I think it's Saturday.
1 of 3 days.
I think.
Okay. I mean, not that I can make
I think
it.
I don't know. You're in Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to put your shit out there, but I was thinking he was. Everybody keeps telling me you're in Canada. I'm like, no, I think he's in Oregon.
You know,
but you might be telling people you're in Canada, so I need to shut up, huh?
So because of people's trust issues, I felt the need to dox myself a lot just to make them know that they can trust me. Because sometimes in order to gain trust, you have to give trust. But
absolutely.
Some people, even if you give them all, all this stuff and all these things that show that you're, a real person, and they still treat you like they're wary of you. It's like, why bother? I wasted my time giving you trust to earn your trust just so you can still treat me like I'm a villain in your story. So
yeah, no, walk away from those people, man.
Yeah. I mean, I get trust issues. I have trust issues, but I can also tell when someone's trying to be genuine with me. At least I think I can. Right. I don't know. Maybe I can't.
Well, if you can tell I'm being genuine with you, then you can tell. I like the shit out of you boys. All you guys.
Same.
Yeah, I like all you guys. And if I felt like I couldn't trust you, Draco, you probably wouldn't be a mod. You know what I mean?
I know. That's what I know. What's funny though is I'm a mod in Stages Live, right? But originally, I don't know why, because he called me a friend, right? I met him on Facebook. He called me a friend, right? He's like, I'm gonna mod you on my page on TikTok because I found out he was on TikTok and I've been going to his lives, right? And I'm like, well, I don't want to be a mod on your live though. I don't want to run your shit. And he's like, well, you are. Come to the panel. Come to the panel. I was like, okay. Went to his live, right? Just to be booted out. He basically told me I was a friend, modded or he sent me, taunted me to his live, right? Just to boot me out, and it's like, okay, I'm now a mod in his live, and I hardly ever mod in his live, but I'm a mod in his live. I can still tell he doesn't trust me. I don't know why I am a mod, considering I can tell he doesn't really. I don't know. He's
well, look, I'm gonna tell you something about Stage. He's about him and his family and this flat Earth. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Yeah. And Stage is not gonna let too many more people come in because man, he's gonna let so many people in and get that close to him, and then, dude, they you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't. I've never called someone a friend and then told them, hey, come hang out, just to block them out. I've never done that before. That's.
I like Stage. I've always liked Stage. He's had a problem with a few people that I've liked. You know what I mean? But that ain't changing my perspective of the way I feel about Stage.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not saying anything bad about him. He's a cool guy. I mean,
no.
I'm just saying that
you
right there makes me wonder.
I understand. Yep.
But
I get it. Yep. DJ's been all quiet, man.
I would have figured all the globe trolls would have clocked in by now, after 10.
I know, right? Oh, I had them in there this morning. Yeah, Copperhead said, I like you being a mod as well. See, Draco, you're a good mod, man. You're a good person. And you're not going to take shit from dumbasses. A lot of people appreciate that.
Well, I've done what some of the other people in this community haven't done, right? Because you'll hear them say, man, I've been arguing with you for the last 3 years, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, if you've been arguing with the last 3 years with valid arguments that prove or disprove their globe, and you still have them in your... I just blocked them. I have a lot of people blocked. And there's a lot of the same people that I hear other people go, I've been arguing with you for 3 years, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I ain't going to argue with them.
Out.
So... I don't even like arguing with them for 2 hours over one topic. So I'm damn sure not going to be like, 3 years later, yeah, I'm still arguing with you about the same thing. No, after 3 hours, they're just going to block you, and I'm not going to be dealing with you 3 years later.
Right. Well, I'm trying to get to know the Globers, and I'm trying to get to, you know what I mean? But I already know what they are. Oh, Mac. That's another good dude right there. No, I'm not gonna block you. Not right off. Not till you piss me off. And if you cuss my wife at any time, yeah, you're blocked. Fuck you. Ain't got nothing to do with anything else but that.
We don't block ops. We just block stupidity. There's a difference, far side. You have a mental disease. You shouldn't be pushing it upon other people. Just because you see curved horizon doesn't mean everybody else does.
I know, Mac. Mac's one that don't give a shit neither. He'll block you. Just say fuck you and walk away from you. He just said, there you go with the insults. And when the first thing he came in was, what did he say? Flurf is just blocking ops. Block ops. Whatever. You never do anything wrong, do you? Far side. You're just a cool cat always. Letty. People who say it's impossible. It's impossible. Block. I know, Mac. What's up, Unzonk? Yeah, I know. And I hate it for you, Mac, because you're probably the nicest guy on here, too. You know what I mean? Like, how can you be mean to Mac? He never talks down to anybody. What's up, Jason? Oh, just chilling, fixing to get right back at work. I gotta put some door strips in, and that's about it for today, though. Looks like the cleaning person's in there. I figure she'd be working on the windows, though. But let's fix some rain here. I'm going to start doing that too. I'm going to have a prank call, or when they call, just talking to them. It's cloudy in Charlotte. It's cloudy here too, man. It's like we got some storm clouds all around me in this area. Oh. How do I turn my camera around, Draco?
You should just be able to flip it, I think. I don't know if you can, though. I think you can. You would do it just like you normally do, clicking the three dots on the side. That pulls up the one thing, and then...
There you go. Yeah, I forget about the three dots all the time. But I gotta go put these in. These little things right here.
in these things. It's a hard job. £50 in New York strip. Hell yeah. I don't eat a whole lot of steak though myself. Thank you. I was going to get the code.